Hey everybody, today we're going to answer the question, now that I'm patent pending, what international concerns should I be thinking about? Hi, I'm JD Houvener, owner, founder, and patent attorney at Bold Patents Law Firm. I've helped thousands of inventors over my 10-year career and helped them get almost over 500 patents as of today. I'm also the author of Bold Ideas, the Inventor's Guide to Patents, and I'm excited to talk with and share and inform inventors just like you. Let's get to it. Patent pending is this moment where you're excited and yet probably a little bit anxious. Now, what do? Well, you've got a product, a solution, a method, or some procedure. You've got now patent pending. And hopefully you've got the help of a patent attorney along the way to make sure it's a high quality one. Now, what are some ways internationally that you should be thinking about? And I know this is huge. Sometimes inventors think the US market is big enough. And I encourage you to question that, to sort of challenge that and say, hey, is your solution something that could have a big impact in the market outside in other countries? And if so, this is the time to check it out. Don't skip this step. Look at other countries, and maybe it's only 2, 3, or one other country that could have major impact and has a current market demand for this product, just like the US does. And once you determine that, hey, maybe it's 4 or 5 or 7 different countries or more, now it's time to look at doing what's called the Patent Cooperation Treaty. If you follow the utility application, you can submit this internationally accepted program where almost every single member country you've ever heard of, over 150 countries now, you can look it up at the WIPO, the World Intellectual Property Organization. They've got a tally of all the countries that have signed on. So check with your patent attorney, make sure that the country you're thinking of is a member country. I'm guessing it is because it's massive. Once you submit that placeholder, called the Patent Cooperation Treaty Filing, PCT, that locks in your date. And now you can subsequently file any direct, what's called national phase application, patent application, at one of the member countries within a year and a half. That's a long period of time. And typically, the best approach, not always, but typically is to find out how the US application is going to do before you file in those other many jurisdictions, because that can get quite expensive, as you can imagine. And one of the other beauties of the PCT, the Patent Cooperation Treaty, is it will not force you to pay separate search fees. Now you get to designate one examiner to represent the whole world. All the member countries will recognize the one search. And typically you'll probably want to recommend that the US examiner does that search. And so they'll perform that on behalf of the rest of the world. And now they all have to point back to that one search result. So a lot rests on how that US examiner performs. But moreover, you want to wait to see how the US examiner on the US filing, whether they're going to allow it or not, or whether the rejection is a really big one, covering, section 101, which is an abstract idea, or section 102 on novelty, or 103 on obviousness. So if all three, and it's a really tough challenge of a rejection to overcome, you may not want to file those other countries. But hopefully, if things look good and you've done research before filing, the examiner's rejection may only be minor, and you can overcome it. And now you've got a lot of confidence to go file those other country patent applications referencing your Patent Cooperation Treaty filing. So now is the time to think big. If you're patent pending, if you think there could be a big market outside the US, get with your patent attorney and consider filing the Patent Cooperation Treaty, especially if you're thinking more than 3, more than 4 countries. The administrative fees will be worth it. Hi everybody, I'm JD Houvener, patent attorney here at Bold Patents Law Firm. I'm glad to be able to help you here with this quick tidbit of information about why patent pending is the time to think about international. Hi everybody, have a good day. Go big, go bold.